This is the regular Flow Friday developer office hours, but today it's a bit of a special edition. So if you haven't seen yet, we announced the Flow FLIP Fest earlier this week, which is the first ever Flow build-a-thon. So FLIP is a Flow improvement proposal, which is where this event gets its name from. But what it is at its core is a chance for anybody building tools for Flow to be rewarded for that. And we put up a list of bounties ranging from developer tools to infrastructure to new flips and standards. You can find that all on GitHub. And what we'll be talking about for the first half of the hour today is all about that. So I will hand it over to Srinjoy to give more details.
Awesome. Hey guys, I'm Srinjoy. I'm a product manager for the developer experience team, and I helped put together some of this stuff for the FLIP Fest, as well as rounded it up alongside all the other members of the developer experience team. So as Peter said, we're really trying to add some more rich and robust solutions to our ecosystem and hopefully attract some new contributors as well as reward the existing contributors. I know a lot of you guys have been working on your own to build a lot of this stuff anyway. And so it would be a great time to take any work that you've had that's lying around and finish it off so you can submit it for the prizes that are available. Based on the tracks there, we're hoping to get a few SDKs, hopefully a metadata standard, a bunch of new local tools and improvements to the existing ones as well. But we've tried to make it available to kind of a wide variety of skill levels and time commitments. So the way that we've structured it is we have 3 different tiers of tasks. So the first tier is very large tasks. We expect that to take close to the full time of the build-a-thon to be able to complete, unless you're really fast or you had some previous work there. And it would probably require a significant time commitment. So those are the ones that are going to pay out the largest as well, but will probably take the most amount of time to complete. Tier 2s are smaller in the sense that you won't need to know or maybe write as much code as you would as a tier 1 task. However,
I've been waiting for them that I need that as well.
Sorry, was that a question?
I think that was some background noise conversation, which is pretty interesting.
Okay, no worries. I'll keep going. So with tier 2s, they're going to be mid-sized tasks. They're not going to take as long as tier 1s, and probably you won't need as much domain knowledge. With tier 1s, you can expect that you need to know quite a few parts of Flow to be able to put stuff together, whereas tier 2s are a bit more limited in the amount of domain knowledge you need. And then tier 3s are pretty small tasks that can be completed, ideally within a week, and they require a lot of limited domain knowledge. More so if you can hack on a language, you should be able to complete at least some of the tier 3 tasks. So that's how we kind of spread it across a couple of skill levels and time commitments, so you can feel free to pick whatever works for you. Just wanted to go through the getting started process as well. So first off is that we're moderating all of this stuff through Hacker Earth. So that's the other website that I have open. And on Hacker Earth, we just have the ability to register, as well as we've posted all the official rules and prizes here. But the majority of the time will actually be spent on this GitHub repo, where we've put all the issues that are available to be worked on. So once you've registered on Hacker Earth, definitely would jump over to the issues page and look through the list to find anything that you might like to work on. Once you have, we can look at this one for an example. And once you've figured out kind of what you want to work on, you just at least put a comment here on that you're interested, you're starting to work on it, And that way that'll let our team know that they can reach out to you. We know roughly how many people are working on how many issues, and then we can help people collaborate or work together if we start noticing like that there's too many people kind of doing the same solution. So we'll provide a lot of direction once you guys are picking issues and putting in comments about what you'd like to do. And the last fun part is why you should sign up. And so right now our where's our little prizes section? There we go. So the way the prizes work is we've set it up a little bit differently than your traditional hackathon. So while we will have prizes for the best solution, we're also going to be giving prizes for just completing the tasks up to the milestones as far as all of the requirements are concerned and that the POC has approved it. And so this is really to do two things. One is you shouldn't be afraid to work on an issue because you're worried that you might not win and you won't get anything for it. So these kind of like base completion rewards are really there to encourage everyone to participate, and knowing that by the time you finish, you'll still walk away with something as long as you've met all the requirements. And then for the people that really go above and beyond and complete all the extensions and potentially do some extra work, you're going to also be eligible for those best solution rewards, which are fairly high given the estimation of the ticket, and hopefully will be given out to multiple teams across all the issues that are being worked on. The last thing I wanted to cover was the discussions and the project board. So we opened up GitHub discussions on here as kind of our persistent message board. So we'll have the Discord server as well, where you're able to chat to other people that are participating. But the discussions tab is really going to hopefully serve as our announcements, and anytime you want to show people what you're working on, or you want things to stay or have a more collaborative discussion, we really encourage you to use the discussions tab. And the projects tab contains this board where, based on some feedback we got yesterday from BlueSign, I believe, he was interested in kind of seeing where all the teams are at, who's taken on which issue without having to click into every issue. So that's really what we've set up here. So the teams approved column means that there are teams that are actively working on the issue. And whenever they'll submit a PR, we're going to put it into these milestone columns. So you'll be able to see what other teams are participating and who's gotten approved and who hasn't as well. Right now, we're sitting at 85 total registered participants. We have 6 issues that are currently actively being worked on, and already one first submission up. Awesome. So that's pretty much all I had to cover, and I hope you guys all find some time to take a look at the issues and participate. But I'll open it up to any questions anyone has, and if anyone else wanted to add anything from the rest of the team on Flow, feel free to do that as well.
Sorry, can you share the link maybe in some text channel, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks.
Any questions about the process? Either signing up or submitting, or sort of how to get help from the team. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's actually a great point, Peter. We've set up a lot of different office hours throughout the next week, especially to help people get onboarded. And if you go on to the discussions tab and got questions about FLIP Fest, Kim has put in all of the office hours there. And so we'll make sure that these people are available on a voice channel, so you can just drop in and quickly ask a question if you'd like.
Quick question. If I have a project which isn't specifically spelled out by the task there, is there someone I can propose it to and possibly do under FLIP Fest?
Yeah, we're open to that. You can shoot that to me in a message, and happy to take a look. There are a few items that we've queued up for the backlog that we just haven't quite published yet. So it might fit with one of those, but can't make any promises here, but happy to take a look, evaluate that. Is anybody planning to work on any of the tickets so far? I know there are a few people in this room I've talked to, but does anybody have any questions about specific tickets, or just kind of want to share what they're planning on working on?
Hi, Peter. Hi, it's Luca. Yeah, we talked about, I would be interested in working the PHP SDK, and I don't know, maybe with Blue Sign's help, we could work on it together. So let's see. I just have to find the time, because I have a lot of things in my plate, but I want to commit to it properly. But yeah, hopefully I'll get the PHP SDK.
Sweet. Yeah, Dennis mentioned that he might be able to help you out.
Yeah.
Also, I was a PHP developer back in my day. I think it was one of the first languages I learned. So definitely
Nice.
reach out to me. I can happy to review your PRs, or even help out if I can.
Awesome. Thanks.
And I won't take your bounty, don't worry. So
No.
Peter, I had no idea you were a PHP developer.
yeah, I was my first ever job being paid as a programmer was building PHP websites.
Well, once upon a time, there was just PHP almost.
Yeah.
Do you know what PHP actually stands for?
Yeah, it's some weird
No, it's personal homepage.
homepage. Yeah, it was something.
But let's not spend any more time talking about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here. Unmute, say hi, tell us what you got going on. Doesn't have to be a question, but we like questions. This is our time to just chat about anything that's, tied to Flow.
I'll also add that, like, outside of the people on Discord, the people registering on FLIP Fest here on Hacker Earth, they've all gotten to list their skills here. So if you're looking for someone specific, I strongly encourage just filtering through here, and a lot of them have posted their Discord and GitHub handles as well. So you can directly get in touch if there's some specific skill or person you're looking for on your team.
I wish I could just unmute somebody and force them to talk.
Hey, Andrew here.
Andrew, I was just looking at your icon. I really was. How are you?
Good. Just want to say thank you for Albert, Pete, for approving the contracts on mainnet and time. Thank you for working out early to do so. Thank you very much. So this week we did our first ASMR NFE drop on Extingles. It was quite a wild ride. We've been preparing since March. Got started a product in the beginning of May, and it was a wild rush adrenaline for sure. But I'm very grateful for what has come to be. And in addition to that, a shout out to the team over at Flow for helping us out. It's a great opportunity here. Yeah.
Well, we're honored to help you, and we're honored to have you on Flow. And just a quick note, we like to think
Yep.
of ourselves as we review your contract. We don't necessarily approve it. We just make sure that, you know, it behaves as you expect, and we want to set
Okay.
you up for success. Just a small note there. But yeah, we're really excited that you got through that drop. I know it had its ups and downs, but we're here for you if you need us, and that goes for every team building on Flow.
For sure, 100%.
And did you have any questions, Andrew, or was there anybody that had a question?
Yeah, I just the only thing I do like a suggestion here is that it would have been nice to know like when the network is going through maintenance, and top of that, so some instant updates here, because I was literally surfing through. I knew that there was a maintenance on the mainnet, and it caused some third-party providers, for instance, MoonPay, not being able to process FUSD. It would have been better like there's some instant updates there, either on Twitter or either here. That's the only thing I would say.
I think point taken, and I think we could be more proactive about letting people know what the status like for planned, works for planned downtime. But we do announce it here. We're pretty good about that. But I think we need to do like an email list or something that's a bit more proactive. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. We do want to make sure that everybody is aware of when we're planning on taking down the network, and we hope that stops happening. Like that's not going to be a regular part of Flow. It's just where we are at the moment.
Yep.
And apologies for that, for that inconvenience. Really sorry about that.
Yeah, I got grilled hard by the community, man, like hard.
Well, that's not your fault, and feel free to send them our way. We'll happily take that grilling because we deserve it. So.
Okay, for sure.
Can I make a question also outside of the FLIP Fest?
Yeah, absolutely. If I'll just let another 30 seconds for anyone else that's question, and then let's jump on over. So last call, any FLIP Fest questions?
Strangeroy, if we mute our video, we could have more participants. Just a quick note.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. All right, okay, Kim, I think that will be it for FLIP Fest then, so we can move on to the next section or take more questions on other non-FLIP Fest items.
I wanted to ask if there were any news about any potential new wallet that we can use beside Blockto and Ledger for FCL, or if the Dapper wallet, if there are any news in general on that front, because lately there have been a couple issues with Blockto and just sporadically, but it's always nice to have backups and not just rely on Blockto. So yeah, was wondering if there are any news on that front.
Yeah, that's something that I really want to ask as well, because earlier this week, I guess was Monday, I faced a lot of problems trying to connect with Block2, and I didn't have a fallback to Block2, so we could have some kind of fallback to connect to Flow blockchain will be pretty good.
Yeah, I think there's a number of teams. We want to have more wallets on Flow, absolutely, and I think there's at least something in the build-a-thon for that. I hope I'm not wrong. So the thing is at this exact moment, there isn't another non-custodial as far as the DApp is concerned, while it's on Flow, but we really wish to change that and are working on doing that. So yes, we get it. There should be more options, and we are doing what we can to encourage third-party development of wallets for Flow. James, did you want to
Also,
say? Yeah.
yeah, I'll add to that as well. The in the Flip Fest as well, there is actually some stuff in there. So if you're interested in making a wallet and you think of the ability to do so, would check that out. But it's also like um, it's it's early. Like it's still early. Is probably what I would say. Like it takes time to make a wallet. It takes time to make a wallet safely. You probably don't want it rushed. Yeah. So if you're interested in making a wallet, reach out. There's Flip Fest things. There's decent rewards for them too. Um, so and we are working with some people, but like they take time. They're they're the most critical piece of how your value is like after the chain itself. They're the thing that allows you to actually approve and update stuff on the chain. So it's really important to get them right. They take a long time to do well.
Thanks, James. So with that said, I would love to hear from each of you about, what you would want out of a wallet. I think we have a pretty good sense of, what we'd like to have. So Luca, if you wanted to ping me afterward, I would love to chat with you, or whoever it was that also chimed in. I'm sorry I missed who that was, but feel free to message me. Love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, just about the wallet. I mean, I guess the Block 2 experience, it's great. They have an app and it works perfectly, either in the browser, in the mobile app. It's just like a matter of like have other options and fallbacks. At least to me, it doesn't even need to be like a better wallet than Flow. I'm sorry, than Block 2. Block 2 is already good enough. It's just a matter of like if Block 2 is down, so we have a fallback. This just the this is the problem at the moment for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. The
Go ahead.
like yeah, we the Blockto is a member of the community. They're actually a really early member of the community. We actually don't have. We can like hint and suggest stuff to them as an example, but like we have no control over like what they do. But like it's not we can't just like make you a wallet, right? Like the
Yeah, it's a third
yeah
party
No, I
thing.
get it. Yeah,
Understand.
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I know
So
that's not how things work. So it's just
yeah,
I'm just stating out there that it'd be pretty
yeah.
cool if we would have like more options.
Yeah,
We
I
feel the
agree,
same.
and yeah, and I, if you have any ideas on how we can help more people to make wallets, help additional teams to make wallets, and things like that, uh, please let us
Yeah,
know.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
thanks.
about
I do want to say that like if you have more wallets, it will increase your test vector. And
It shouldn't. Not if you're using FCL. It shouldn't. It should be fine.
But what about the Dapper wallet? Are there any progress on that front for opening it up to anyone or to more projects, or is it still in progress?
Yeah, I can talk to that. So they're making progress. I've seen it working on mainnet with FCL. It's still they have a lot more sort of like regulatory stuff that they have to go through because they have the ability to accept a credit card during the transaction stuff. So my understanding is currently they're working with sort of really specific partners, fleshing things out with them, working with them directly in a very kind of like hand-holdy fashion right now to kind of work out a lot of the bugs and a lot of the issues and a lot of those sorts of things, and also putting in place kind of the regulatory kind of foundation, like so the ability for them to onboard other stuff in a compliant way, I guess is the best way to put that. It's new. What they're doing is kind of like new territory. So there's a lot of things that are really hard, especially since like with Top Shot it was a lot easier because everything was just in-house and working directly. Like when we were building all that stuff, we could just walk over to the other side of the area and talk to the people that needed to talk to, right? It's a lot different with external teams and stuff like that. So it's coming. It's made great progress. It's looking pretty good, but it's still a ways away for sure. At least
Awesome.
in any
Thanks.
sense where anybody could point their application to it.
Okay. Thanks.
Sure, Luca. Thanks for joining us. With that said, there are, we're still pretty early on in Flow, and there are going to be a lot of wallets. And our hope is that you have a rich set of choices, and that they each offer their own benefits, and there's a diversity there, and that's kind of what we're going for. And I guess I should mention that there is a wallet initiative in the FLIP Fest. So we are trying to do our part to kind of incentivize wallet development. And then, yeah, Pete, please.
I just wanted to, tack on one more quick thing. We are helping the Block2 team as much as possible. They've been like a great member of the ecosystem so far, and I think they've got more users than ever, more drops than ever, and we're kind of giving them as much support as we can to make sure that their infrastructure stays up, helping them make better use of FUSD providers and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, I would expect that based on how they've executed over the past year, I would expect that wallet experience to just get better from this point on. And yeah, we're always looking to onboard new wallets. We've seen a few submissions already through the RFP form that's part of the FLIP Fest. Some looking pretty awesome. So I think we should see some new ones in the next few months here. And in particular, non-custodial, which is really awesome. Yeah,
we value our community. I mean, it's why there is a Flow, and we've gotten a lot of feedback from a great many dApps, and I think we're in a good position to help guide people building wallets on Flow to make them compelling and to make them as user-friendly as possible. So we're very excited about what's on the horizon for the ecosystem. Would anybody else like to chime in with thoughts, questions, ideas?
Yeah.
Please.
Hey. Yeah, it's Marco. I'm working with the Gen Monsters team, and you might have seen that we brought down Block2 for like 2 hours on Tuesday. So I've been also thinking about like implementing a little experimental wallet because I always found it fascinating, and maybe now with the FLIP Fest going on, I get some more time and can put some more effort into it. But I was wondering, because Plocto mentioned that they limit transactions to like 25 transactions per second to not overload the network. And I was wondering if you wanted like non-custodial wallets to also somehow limit transactions, or if it's just like a free-for-all at this point.
Pete, do you want to take that one?
Yeah. So I know exactly what you're talking about. That's one of the things we're talking to the Blockto team about, is how to get them set up better for drops. That's what it all comes down to. Is things work perfectly fine 9 times out of 10, but it's when drops happen that we see spikes in activity. We've been talking about like the idea of queuing, and I know that from talking to Max that the Chain Monsters app does some transaction queuing. We're sort of having technical discussions about what the best practice is there. Like, should the queue be in the app? Should it be in the wallet? But at the end of the day, I think one of the first outcomes will be to make sure all parties involved know when a drop is happening, the details of the drop, kind of expected rough estimates on how many participants are expected, so that Blockto can scale up and our engineers can be on call to support both your team and their team and all that kind of stuff. So I think part of it's logistical, like just as we work out the kinks, make sure that we all have the visibility. But I think what we want to do with Chain Monsters is like, you guys had a great sale, over $1 million in FUSD. I wanted to sort of shout that out because that was pretty awesome to see. So I think what we'll do is maybe reach out to you and try to do a bit of a technical retro just to see how things are set up and give some specific guidance, and hopefully, if y'all don't mind, use that as a bit of a case study to help other teams going forward, if that sounds okay.
Yeah, definitely. But like, one thing that I was wondering is, like, currently basically Plocto is the only wallet that you can use as like a kinda non-custodial or like self-service wallet, and they do their own rate limiting, so you just can't do many requests through Plocto. Now, if we were to, like, if tomorrow we had like 10 new non-custodial wallets, but they don't have rate limiting, would that mean that the network itself will be overloaded because there's no like priority system? Everyone is just like putting in their transactions and they are executed one after another. Like on Ethereum, for example, you have the gas wars. So the people that pay gas, they are executed first, and the ones that pay low gas, they probably are never executed. But Flow doesn't have this. So how would you solve this?
Yeah, good question. There's always a limit where things break. The network right now should be able to handle it. That being said, the like fees on mainnet, once those are implemented, will be the natural rate limiter there, right? So it won't be like the full gas war scenario that we see on Ethereum right now, but it like in the future, it won't be just a technical blocker. In terms of Blockto, like I know they put in rate limits, both to make sure that they were sort of submitting transactions at a sustainable rate, but also for bot protection and that kind of thing. But that's one of the things that we're kind of hoping to talk about, is how to better handle non-human traffic during drops, because that's a big thing. But at the end of the day, there should be we should be able to get more, like allow kind of definitely for spikes and drops like that. Like, it should be possible to get more, but we want to make sure that whatever system anyone sets up is going to be able to handle fees or I guess like throttle so that they're not overridden by fees when that comes on.
So we do have to move on, but I just really quickly would like to add that, we're already working with Blockdo, and there's a solution to give them some more throughput in the short term. And in the long term, we want to think about it from every angle, not just giving you greater transactional throughput, but also if somebody has to wait, that we account for that user experience, and that it's something that we can, stand by. We need to segue to have time for our demos and for our TLDR. Kim, do you want to go ahead and get that going?
Yes, sir. Okay, so let's do the TLDR, and afterwards we're going to have a demo from X-Tingles, from Andrew himself.
So for the TLDR, make sure you click on the screen to watch it, and then right-click to increase the volume, because you're probably going to need to do that. So click Watch Stream, right-click in there, that stream volume slider, you're going to want to slide it all the way over, at least I do, to be able to hear it.
Cool. Let me know when we're all good to go. I'll give everyone some time to raise the volume, especially the ones on Discord.
Should have said that.
Cool. Okay, we're gonna go now. What is up? Welcome back to another TLDR. I'm so glad you could join this one. We have some really exciting news that I'd like to announce to you. And as always, my name is Kim. I work as a developer advocate for Flow. And let's get started. The first ever Flow Flip Fest is here. Yay! What is it? It is a Flowathon for developers to collaborate on an open source blockchain project. A flip is a Flow improvement proposal, and it is a community-driven initiative to discuss and execute impactful improvements on Flow. The Flow Flip Fest is a 2-month event that will engage and reward participants for innovative and effective improvements to Flow. The goal of Flip Fest is to empower developers to build solutions that will have a lasting impact on the developer community and by extension, the broader consumer audience. There are plenty of ways to contribute, including non-custodial wallets, SDKs, learning tools, and more critical issues where participants will propose their solutions to the specific needs. This also includes feature requests from businesses already building on Flow. Registration is open from September 15th to October 15th. The final submission is October 30th, with winners being announced on November 15th. Did I mention that there's also 500,000 USD in the Flow prize pool ready to be claimed by you? Learn more about the Flow Flip Fest in our full blog post, and make sure you head over to Hacker Earth to register today. The CryptoKitty is out the bag. Google Cloud is now the official cloud provider of Flow. Google Cloud's power as part of Flow's network will supercharge connectivity for consumers and app developers worldwide. The multi-year partnership secures additional infrastructure for rapid and sustainable growth across Flow, especially as NFTs and blockchain applications mature. Read all about it in the Forbes article that's linked below. We're spending the next few months digging deep into what makes Flow tick, ranging from detailed posts into things like Flow's multi-node architecture, to blockchain basics and product highlights, tutorials, and more. To get things started, we dug into the nitty-gritty of how Flow's multi-node architecture was built, with future-proof scalability in mind for mainstream adoption. Check out the full blog post and learn more about the defining features that make Flow. We also wanted to give a big shout out to the Chain Monsters team for selling out their Genesis drop this week. It is so great to see so many people excited about the massive multiplayer game, and with a drop worth over $1 million getting eaten up by players, the future has never looked brighter for one of the most exciting projects in blockchain gaming. So, quick round of applause for B-Side Games and Chain Monsters. And onto the DevX side of things, You no longer have to follow a 4-step process to fund your testnet account with FUSD. So be sure to check out the new process and layout next time you're testing with FUSD. Whew, what an exciting TLDR. I hope you agree. My name is Kim. Thanks so much for joining us this week. Have yourself a wonderful day and see you next week. Bye.
Sweet. So we've got demos. Kim, can you, how do we get those happening?
Well, our demo is coming from Andy Drury over here, CEO of
Yep.
Singles, and whenever you're ready, you could share your screen.
Awesome. Okay. Allow me to get this thing going. Are you guys seeing my screen?
It went away. It popped up for a second. There it is.
There it is.
Ooh.
Actually,
Okay. Is
so
it?
you might, it's either a network thing or am I the only one that can't see the
No, I can't see it either.
thanks.
Okay. Hold on one moment, please.
No problem. These things happen.
Huh. I think I may know what's going on.
Sometimes you gotta give it permission. Is there a way you could share a link with us and if one of us can
Yeah, sure. That'll be. I think these because I'm using a new laptop right now. That's probably why. The old one is.
No worries. No worries.
Ended. I think there's there has been right here.
Okay.
That's
Kim,
the link.
can you fire up your screen share again, maybe? And Andrew can walk you through it.
I think it'd be better for someone else's screen share just because I won't be able to.
Oh, okay, right. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Pete, can we nominate you?
Yeah, I can do it. I got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Just one of those. Trying to figure out what's going on right now.
It's all good.
But thanks for the flexibility, though. That's good.
We're happy to help out any way we can.
100%.
So Pete, the link is in the text channel. It's just xtingles.com, I think.
Alright, I just had to restart quickly. Let me see. Does that show up?
Yep. Everybody click watch stream.
All right.
Boom, we see it. You're live.
Yep. This has been quite a few months in the making. But what we see here is a homepage. We intentionally kept it pretty simple. So Extingles is your portal to forever bliss, and most recent drop that occurred is on this Thursday. I think that if we click into the drop itself, so this is the kind of little bit description of the collection itself, and if we click on the open edition here, I believe we're the first on Flow to have an open edition contract, if I'm not mistaken. So currently it's still available. We're running at we're only a 5-day open edition for anyone interested to repurchase. And then we're using FUSD to get started. If you click on buy, it connects to Flow Wallet, and it gets that started. You can go ahead and confirm. And then improve.
I think it's gonna fail. I don't know if I have FUSD.
Just try. Just try.
You want to use my wallet?
Yeah. So far, we have on FlowScan, we have about 220 interactions. Not exactly know how many of that is minted, actual mint interactions there. But I believe we have about 200 mints since yesterday. We went live yesterday around this time. And so if we click on, okay, no worries. We can go visit the marketplace. You can scroll up all the way to the top. So users have been already listing their NFTs right now. And we're quite thrilled by some of these prices we see. The nature of an open edition is that when there's not a lot of people minting it, it automatically becomes rare by default. So far, 220 is a good number. Hope that onboard more people and to bring more utility to owners of the free like a butterfly NFT. But if you can play the sound really quickly here, it'll be quite nice. So initially, kind of the idea of this NFT is more along the lines of empowerment, and given the genre of ASMR, it's supposed to help people feel more relaxed and confident. For this particular free like a butterfly ASMR NFT, it's more along the lines of affirmation / poem of approach here. It's about freeing oneself and being able to just let go of everything and believe you have wings and go anywhere you want, just like a butterfly. So that's kind of like the initial thought of it. And welcome everybody to check it out. Extingles. We'll have new drops coming almost nearly every week from this point onwards. We're really excited. And if you're interested to be an artist, you can go on the homepage to apply as an artist. Yep. Right there. Right there. Yep. I think that's about it for the demo. This is Typeform. We integrate with Typeform, and it's pop up. Also, we have. Should we talk about like integrations or what's in here? Maybe just what's under the hood kind of thing, or?
I mean, if anybody has any questions,
Okay.
we're happy to have you answer those.
Sure.
But thanks so much for that.
Awesome. Thank you all.
Andrew, looks great, and we're so glad that drop was a success.
Yeah, it was quite quite a moment for sure. It's like one of the major moments in life.
We understand. We totally understand. Let us know. I mean, your note about this works. We will try our best to do a better job there. And thank you so much for bearing with us. Was there? We've got a few minutes left. There's a lot of folks in here. Some I recognize, some I do not. Say hi. Unmute. there's a great opportunity to talk to very talented people on the Flow team about whatever you'd like to talk about, but specifically building on Flow. Anyone? Unmute, say hi, do it.
Hey, hello everyone.
Yes. Yes.
I don't really have anything to add other than maybe just a thumbs up from the community side. FLIP Fest is really cool, so thank you for that. And it's good to see you guys investing in the tools around it.
Thanks so much. We're trying our best. Yeah, and thanks for that great chat we had last week. Really appreciate you coming. Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, looking forward to your Ruby library. I plan to hack some Ruby code on Flow. It's been a while since I wrote Ruby, and would love to use your tool.
Sweet, would be cool.
And Andy, sorry I didn't buy one. I don't have FUSD in that account, but I love the sound. I'm gonna go back and check it out.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the sound. I'm gonna go back and hear the sound. I want to hear the sound.
Did it not come through the stream?
Oh no, I probably just wasn't quick enough to like get my volume up and.
No, I don't think it came through the stream.
Oh.
Okay.
Dang it.
It sounds nice. Y'all should go check it out.
Everybody go check it out on X Singles.
Yeah, a couple of minutes left here. Do we want to call it, or do we want to continue chatting?
I mean, I don't know. I don't mind asking my question here. I wrote it in chat. I was just thinking about this from a US developer perspective and being able to handle flow tokens. I don't know how much longer we'll be prevented from that, but like I was considering, I guess, proxying any flow tokens that my users use into Flow into FUSD instead, like on the back end of that transaction, or just having it in some kind of proxied or like account delegate that will do the swap for me. So I never handle the flow tokens themselves as a US account holder. Is this a sensible concern, or am I like overthinking it?
Pete, yes, Pete.
It's definitely a sensible concern. The technicalities of that, like the pure technical approach, sounds fine. I would be doing you a big disservice if I was trying to give any sort of legal advice, since I don't think anyone on this call is a lawyer. I would say right now, like the best way to support US customers is still to accept FUSD. And then as soon as Flow is available for US or North American users at large, then it should be fairly straightforward to accept both, because they're the same fungible token interface. But yeah, like, to be honest, I the sort of safest answer would be to consult a lawyer on sort of where that puts your business, depending on where you're located and all that kind of thing. But what I can say is that right now, US users have access to FUSD. And then if you're looking, I guess like what you're saying is you're based in the US, but you're trying to support Flow worldwide. Is that the case?
Yeah, I mean, like I have, people abroad that will be receiving their Flow tokens in October, and I'd like to support them as clients.
Talk to us, reach out. Let's spend some. We only got a couple minutes left here, but feel free to message me directly, and I'm sure we can help you navigate those waters, at least on the tech side, and point you in the right direction for anything else that we can help with.
Okay, thanks.
It's our pleasure. Awesome. Well, I think that is a nice note to end things on. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Thanks so much for spending your Friday morning, evening, or afternoon with us. And yeah, feel free to ping us on Discord, say hello. Pete, any closing words for everyone?
I guess all I'll add to that is see you on GitHub as well. We'll be monitoring the FLIP Fest repo, checking out all the issues. So comment on there. Even if you see a ticket and you're not sure if you want to take it or you just want to get more info, just leave a comment. For every single issue, there should be an introduction from one of the core flow team members who's responsible for being the guiding person for that ticket. So you can just tag them directly. We'll get back to you right away. This is all about really engaging with all the developers out there. So don't be shy, and looking forward to talking a lot over the next month.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, everybody, be well, have a fantastic weekend, and we hope to hear from you all next week.
Thanks. Have a great weekend.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Um,